Right, let's move straight along. Now, this connection that I've got now, I've had with me on and off all afternoon, and I have to say that there are certain aspects of it that bother me. So I'm going to try and handle it as carefully as I possibly can. I have had a lady that's been trying to connect with me since early this afternoon. And what she's been putting into my mind potentially could be quite upsetting, other than the fact that she feels so reconciled with it. And the feeling that she has been giving me is that you would understand what had been for many years a family secret, that she was sent away to get rid of a baby. I'm getting a name that I don't quite recognise, but hopefully it's a name that might be familiar to Welsh people. Is there such a name as Gwilyn or Gwilym? I feel that this is the mum that has passed to the spirit. I also feel as though that there was a lady by the name of Olive who did not like her name. Speak to me, darling.
Olive was my mother, and she got sent away to have a baby.
And would you be able to understand that this name Olive was detested?
Yeah, they
hated it.
Hated it. They called her Dolly May.
Okay. She is still somewhat embarrassed by this memory of being forced to get rid of this child.
Yeah, she covered her tracks.
Right, okay. My love, I feel that she very much loved her family, and I feel that there's a great deal of love from you, but I do feel as though it was always very strange to you when you were younger why there was times when Mum could not look into prams. You know, it's like someone went past with a pram and she couldn't look into it, and she would make some excuse to look at something else.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is important, my love, but I also feel that I've got to mention about the importance of the year of 1936.
I don't know what that means.
My love, would you be able to understand about the gentleman that either became paralysed in his right leg or had part of his right leg taken away?
No.
Then you're going to have to look back to see about what this event was in 1936. And I feel that this name of Gwilym, or Gwilym, my love, I'm being given the feeling as though this has got something to do with the father of this child that they had to get rid of.
She never said who the father was.
My love, can I ask you something that I hope makes sense to you that I'm being shown? Would you please be able to understand, you found your mum at one time sitting on the kitchen floor crying, but she would never tell you why?
Yeah. Yeah.
The memory and the feeling I'm being given, my love, is wanting to make apology to you for never being able to explain everything to you.
Yeah.
It's like when she passed over, you must have thought, there's so much about your life that's a mystery.
Yeah.
I almost feel as though I don't know you.
Yeah. Yeah. I know her more now than I ever did.
And she's just saying, I really needed to know, I'm so sorry that I couldn't tell you everything. But I was made to feel as though something that I had done had been shameful. And I need to come back and tell you, I don't feel ashamed anymore.
Yeah. Good, I'm glad. The secret's out.
And I do feel, my love, that in her own way, and I've got to be sensitive about this, she loved your dad very much.
Yeah.
But, and I'm going to insist on this lad, Gwilyn or Gwilym, had always been her secret love.
I think so. I knew that.
Do you understand this?
Yeah, I didn't know his name, but I knew.
And she's asking me to actually say to you, as much as I love your dad, I need you to know that on this side of life, I have met with the man that should have been my true love. Yeah. And I'm not ashamed anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was very concerned about this message when I was backstage because I thought, how do I put this message across? And all I can actually tell you is that I know that there is this lady here, loathed and detested her name, wanted to convey her love to you. And as difficult a message it is, I'm glad that you do know some of this secret that was kept. Yeah. And I'm going to have to say to you at this point, I don't feel that it is going to do any good to go into any further details about your mum's secret past.
I've tried, and she's
other than to say
all the paths.
that she wants to send her love to you.
Okay.
My love, would you be able to understand that she always liked the name Sophie or Sophia?
Yeah.
She just wants to let you know that on that side of life, she's chosen to be called Sophie or Sophia rather than Olive.
She wanted my daughter to be called Sophie.
Oh, well, that's the name she's chosen to be called on the other side of life because she could never stand the name Olive. I'll leave your mum's love with you, darling. Okay. God bless.
When I first realised, it was nice to know that she was there and to get some response out of her, because it's been a family secret for years.
57 years.
I feel as though that there was a lady by the name of Olive who did not like her name.
Olive was my mum. She hated Olive. She was always known in the local village by her friends and family as Dolly May. She was family orientated, especially with her grandchildren, but she seemed distant to me, but I think that was because the family secret.
There was times when Mum could not look into prams.
My mum did have a thing about prams. She wouldn't like looking into prams, and she'd turn away, and I think she wouldn't show her maternal side. I think she always felt guilty with the secret.
The feeling that she has been giving me is that you would understand a family secret, that she was sent away to get rid of a baby.
She got sent away to Birmingham to have this child, who was brought up as my cousin, and we found out 18 months ago we weren't cousins, we were brother and sister. So that was the family secret that she could never tell.
When she passed over, you must have thought, there's so much about your life that's a mystery.
My mum was only ill for about 3 weeks, and she had cancer, lung cancer. So I nursed her then at home, and I'd always had a gut feeling that there was something she wasn't telling me. And of course found out then that it was that I had a brother. He wasn't my cousin, he was my brother.
This name of Gwilym, my love, this has got something to do with the father of this child. This lad had always been her secret love.
My mum's first love was definitely my brother's father, though she married my dad and they were happy, whatever. He was definitely her first love. She never ever forgot him. And she would speak of him but wouldn't name him.
As difficult a message it is, I'm glad that you do know some of this secret that was kept.
My mum doing this today is just totally unbelievable. It's something I have longed for and hoped would happen, but never thought it would, because she wouldn't tell me when she was alive her feelings or acknowledge the fact. But now she has. I feel like, well, I've known my mother more now from doing that than I would have all her life, and understand her why now she was like she was.
What I'm getting now is very, very, very strange, because the way this is put through me, I would have thought I got Louis Armstrong trying to connect to me. I've got a fella joking away with me, and he's calling himself the Trumpet Man. All right, you haven't got any teeth either. I think I've got to connect with someone that would understand a memory of their dad making a bit of a fool of himself with like a bugle or a trumpet. Can you understand this, my love?
I think it's my grandfather.
My love, can you understand this thing about him playing the fool with a bugle or a trumpet?
Yeah, my dad's a town crier and he blows a trumpet.
Right, okay. Can you understand this feeling I'm getting of Grandad being an absolute joker?
Yes.
My love, if Dad's still this side of life, would you be able to understand this feeling that I'm being given, that Dad almost went over and joined Grandad twice?
He has had some health problems, yeah.
Because he's just giving me this feeling that you do understand.
Yeah.
All right, because he's awfully glad he's still this side of life.
Yeah.
But the way he's putting everything, he said he tried to come and join me twice. Who's the lady sitting next to you?
That's my mother.
I need to talk to Mum for just one moment.
Right.
My love, are you the one, please, that gets a bit fed up with the door at home keep opening itself?
Yes.
Because Grandad here is actually saying, you need to tell her, I'm ever so sorry, but it's me.
I'm not surprised.
All right? And he's a bit naughty because he does it at times when he knows that he's going to startle you the most.
Right.
Because he feels as though that's the only way he can get across to you, that that's his sense of humour.
Yes.
Okay. Another thing I'm getting is, who went up behind somebody with a paper bag and exploded it behind them?
Father.
I mean, I'm just sorry, but did one of you almost wet yourself with fright over it? Right, okay, because I'm just getting, whether Grandad was that side of life or this side of life, I'm not quite sure when it happens, but he's just actually showing me that he's got this image of like one of you been startled by this paper bag being banged behind you. I want to go back to when your Grandad here was like a very young man, and I feel that he lost a friend, and I keep on being impressed with this name of Stan or Sam. I just get this feeling of two men that hid in a hole and something sunk on top of them.
Oh, yes. They had an air raid shelter in his mother's back, and he used to come home from leave, and they used to hide in there.
And,
and they used to crash on top of them.
Right,
yeah.
because this is around the time when I filmed that he lost this friend by the name of Stan or Sam. And I think that if you talk to your husband, he would understand about how Dad is like overjoyed that he's met with this friend again.
Right.
My love, you often hear stories about people that used to keep coal in the bath, but would you be able to understand about someone that kept a load of potatoes in an old bath? I think this is like a family story about these potatoes weren't really supposed to have been had. Looks like fell off the back of a lorry, you know?
Right.
But they were kept in this old tin bath. And again, I feel that your husband will understand about why, Grandad would bring up this memory. I don't think Grandad has anything of huge importance to say. I think he wants to send his regards to you, but I think mostly he wants to send his love and his best wishes to his son. And he's just saying, tell the trumpet man I've sent my love.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
So you pass that message on and you accept your Grandad's love as well. God bless.
Thank you.